You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly, real name Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as the R&B King.
Some of you, especially those that aren't very big fans of R&B, must be asking yourselves why there has always been a lot of buzz around R. Kelly. Well, in this episode, we chose to share something that will summarize his whole life from square one of his early years till today, and give you all some clear insight on who R. Kelly really is and why he has been all over the news lately. R. Kelly is currently documented as an American singer, songwriter, record producer, and as you may all know, sex offender convicted for multiple alleged sex offenses. But that is not the whole story of who R. Kelly really is. To me, this is R. Kelly's life in short. Born Robert Sylvester Kelly on January 8, 1967 in Illinois, Chicago, the R&B King has 5 siblings, 2 older sisters and a brother, with a little brother and sister. Born to mother Joanne Kelly, a school teacher and devout Baptist, R. Kelly never got to know his father. Unfortunately, the identity of his father was known to none of his family members, and at age 5, Kelly's mother married his stepfather Lucius, who claimed to work for an airline. A while later, Kelly started singing in the church choir. He later got a girlfriend, Lulu, but during a play date that went wrong when they found each other fighting with 2 older children, Lulu dramatically faced a tragic end. Kelly went on to call Lulu his first inspiration. It however turns out that members of Kelly's family used to act differently every time his mother and grandparents were not around. He was sexually abused with his young brother Carrie, allegedly by Teresa, their elder sister, who was entrusted to babysit them. And that wasn't the end of it. He was also later abused by an older male who was a family friend. And at age 11, Kelly described being shot by boys attempting to steal his bike, although later on, a family friend alleged that Robert actually shot himself in a failed suicide attempt. In 1980, Kelly joined Kenwood Academy, where he performed Ribbon in the Sky during a talent show and won first prize. Lena McLin, Kelly's teacher, then advised him to leave basketball and concentrate on music, as she had spotted an unusual talent in him. It took him quite a while to accept this, but soon, he had dropped basketball for music. Later on, Kelly was diagnosed with dyslexia that made him unable to read or write. He had to forcefully drop out of school, just 1 year after the diagnosis. For a start, he majorly performed his music for free in subways, but when he performed at the funeral of state championship basketballer Ben Wilson, he gained much recognition, giving him quite a breakthrough in the industry. He then formed MGM, a men's music group, acronym for Musically Gifted Men, with Vincent Walker and Sean Brooks. Later on, the group was given a contract with an independent label, Tabdash Records. They then recorded and produced Why You Wanna Play, but unfortunately, right after its release, the group disbanded. In 1991, Kelly signed with Jive Records, and that's when he released his debut album, Born into the 90s. In late 1992, Kelly embarked on a tour known as 60,653, derived from the zip code of his Chicago neighborhood. Kelly's solo album was streaming in late 1993. The hit-filled 12-play album also held his first #1 hit, Bump and Grind. In 1994, 12-play was certified platinum, that it went platinum 6 times. In 1995, Kelly got his first Grammy nominations, and 2 of those were for working on Michael Jackson's last hit single, You Are Not Alone. R. Kelly's success did not end there. Later on, in late 1995, Kelly released his second album. Reporters and critics all praised him for his vulnerability in his bedroom-themed songs. The album, later winning first place on Billboard's Hot 200 and R&B top charts with 3 platinum hits, grossed top 100 chart of the Billboard. On 26th of November 1996, R. Kelly released a hot single, I Believe I Can Fly, that was an inspirational song and official soundtrack for Space Jam. The single reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and #1 on UK top charts, and won him 3 Grammys. Around 1997, Kelly signed a contract to play professional basketball with Atlantic Seagulls of USBL. he wore number 12 in honor of his first album. In 1998, Kelly launched his own record label Rockland Records, and on 17th November the same year, his fourth and first double album was streaming. The album had different genres of music that wowed the fans. Then in 1999, Kelly wrote and produced majority of the soundtracks of film Life. In early 2000, Kelly got multiple awards for his albums. In late 2000, R. Kelly released his fifth studio album TP2.com, his breakthrough album by far. In 2001, Kelly's music won the Outstanding Achievement Award at the Music of Black Origin, Billboard magazine, and ranked TP2.com number 94 on the magazine's top 200 albums of the decade. In January 2002 at a conference, R. Kelly announced the completion of his and Jay-Z's first album, which later leaked to MTV, The Best of Both Worlds.
I just say, like, we had the, the Fiesta remix and Not Guilty, and doing that, and hearing how those two singles came out. We would always toss the idea back and forth, but it was just an idea, like, we can do a whole album together. And we creative people, so creative people create. Just the idea of having a whole album with myself and R. Kelly was just, see how it would come out was just an amazing prospect. So we we put it together, man. We started coming up, and here we are.
It's like mad scientists, in the basement. It's like mad scientists in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Jay is real creative. I'm real creative, and it's like you want to get together and mix potions. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what happens. That's how the lights were created. The piano and cameras, you know what I'm saying? That's how all this happened. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got together and and said, let's see how this works, let's see how that works. And that's how great things happen.
It was, however, released in March the same year, making it number 2 on the Billboard Hot 200 albums. In the same vein, unfortunately, R. Kelly's sixth album, Loveland, leaked in May, but was later officially released in November 2002. He immediately followed it with a remix for his great track Ignition. This is just how fast-paced Kelly, the king of R&B, was. In early 2003, he released the album Chocolate, which rivaled and overtook the two-week rapper 50 Cent's reign, making it to the top of the Billboard Hot 200. This was quite unique given the fact that this was an R&B artist. The world was just caught by surprise and was surely in for more surprises ahead. Around 2003 and 2004, R. Kelly started working on a new album, Happy People, which was released on August 24th. Later on, Jay-Z and R. Kelly reunited and made a new album that was no different from their first one together. It was number 1 on the Billboard 200 album chart, but still never was advertised, but had a premature tour that came to a premature end when one of Jay-Z's workers allegedly assaulted R. Kelly with pepper spray. After a while, the king of R&B R. Kelly released the TP3 Reloaded, and it was another of his number 1 albums with the hit track, Trapped in the Closet. In the course of late 2006, Kelly made his enthusiasts excited after his 8th studio album. He later performed at the FIFA 2010 World Cup opening ceremony. R. Kelly was at the time working on 3 more albums, Epic, Love Letter, and Zodiac. It was only Epic that was effectively released. In late 2010, R. Kelly took it back to his roots by joining hands with many other African artists, notably the 1-8 supergroup comprising of renowned African artists like Two-Face, a Nigerian, Ali Kiba, a Tanzanian, Fally Ipupa from Congo, 4x4 from Ghana, Muvai Jolene from Gabon, Zambia's JK, Ugandan star Navio, and the only female artist, Amani from Kenya. Hands Across the World, written and produced by Kelly, was the first group's release. R. Kelly, later in December 2010, released a 15-song album containing an outstanding super track, You Are Not Alone, originally written by Kelly, the king of R&B, for Michael Jackson, the king of pop. The album, like all the previous ones, still went on to be a hit and broke records on the charts, equally amazing fans. That's all we had for you in this feature. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media. giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.